Hello and welcome to the Glesga podcast. Coming up.
Getting worried about his baldy head. His head's gone 15 different directions. Oh, I'm the police.
You basically just do that and stretch it, but you got to do that for 3 months.
What does your foreskin look like? You've been pulling that for 30 years. 2 litres of water right up into your colon. You see stuff dropping out, number plates, toilet seats, remote controls.
I don't think you would want to get a Groupon or a voucher getting your arsehole bleached.
Who do you think is going to do it? The guy in the rolling sausage van?
And we've got a celebrity caller, a voice note and details of how you can win 2 tickets to our Glasgow Comedy Festival shows. Now this could be a hairy episode.
You're going to show people your knackersack?
No, that's only the late night version.
Anyway, I thought your back cracking sack was done anyway.
Yes.
Right.
It's me. People have been wondering who had the hair transplant, so I don't think it would have been you.
Well, I think you should wear a bonnet, son. You know, I think then there's an air of mystery. See, people don't know what's under here. So we're talking about hair.
We're talking about hair.
So what's brought this about?
So, well, I started losing my hair when I was
I know.
I know, 18. I was 18.
It's just because you're a man, you know.
No, folks
it's testosterone causes a testosterone. What's it called? Testosterone.
Aye, testosterone.
Something like that. I mean, if you'd have been an Olympic athlete, you would have got barred for having too much testosterone.
Aye.
And that's why you're losing your hair.
Aye, but the most annoying thing, people would say, oh, you're gone bald. And you're like, I know, I look at myself every day. When did you start going bald? And you're like, well, when my hair started.
Did that happen a lot, though?
Aye.
Did that really happen a lot?
Aye. It's
People
like
are saying you're going a bit bald, you're getting a bit of a slap head.
no slap head. They would just say, oh, you're going a bit, you're thinning. They'd say, you're thinning. That's what they would say.
Right.
So I paid my 10 grand for a hair transplant.
10 grand for it. I mean, is this to enhance your allure to the opposite sex? I mean, because that's what it's about. It's like Samson's mane, innit? You're wanting to rattle Delilah. So you're worried you're not going to get your whole ever again if you're baldy. Am I right?
Well, aye, so you're attractive towards women, aye.
Aye, it's the thing. Attractive towards women. Right, now there's women watching this slabbering like a poacher's dog when they get me in extreme close-up, right? Now, and that's just because I'm a media star. And when you're a media star now, and this is the thing, it doesn't matter what you look like. You could be baldy, have a head like a biscuit tin. But we're media stars now. There's women out there watching this right now. And by the way, their fannies are soaking watching us too. And it doesn't matter now. But the point is, prior to being a media star, £10,000 you say. You went to Canada, didn't you? You went to Vancouver.
Aye.
You would have been able to attract a woman easily if you'd have took the £10,000 and sellotaped it onto your napper. Because girls don't like boys. Girls like cars and money.
That's a bit...
Do you know the song?
No. Girls like cars and money.
Girls like cars and money.
Is this a song you made up?
No, it's a famous song. Girls don't like boys, girls like cars and money.
I've never heard that one. So
that's because you don't get out much.
No, I don't.
But it was probably your era. It was about 10, 15 years ago. But anyway, that's the thing. So I get it. When you're young, you're worried you're not going to get enough. But trust me, by the time you get to my age, guys die young. So there's plenty of old mouths gagging for it doing the lunch club.
So you would never get one?
No, but you grow old gracefully, man. See, here's the point, right? You're all right. I can understand if you're doing it because you need sex, right? And I got to be honest, your personality is fairly contraceptive at best, right? So I can see the point. You would feel you wouldn't be able to lure a woman out of burning building, but I get it, right? Now, but what you're doing is by getting stuff done to yourself. I mean, all these fucking maniacs getting their coupons ironed and all that, right? And teeth like Champion, a Wonder Horse, and their hair done. I mean, what they're doing is they're changing essentially who they are so that people will accept them. And the very act of changing yourself to get somebody else's validation means you're giving your power away. Instead of just being yourself and letting the world take you as they find you, you're taking steps and making yourself, to be honest, slightly ridiculous. I mean, wigs, let's be honest. I mean, over the years, I've worked with guys, and I can understand, right? I do have a bit of sympathy, because I'm all right, I think, right? I mean, that's me now, an old codger. So I always had decent hair, but I had the same haircut for 30 years. I had the same haircut since the 1970s. Anyway, you see, to wear a wig, you need money. I mean, a good wig. You look at Tommy Lee Jones, the actor, he's baldy. But you see him in films, he doesn't look baldy. He's wearing amazing wigs, Hollywood wigs, right? And Elton John, he's got the wedge, he's worth £1 billion. He can afford a really good wig. But guys I know, they can't, they're using a sample at the carpet show. No, I mean, they've not got any money for wigs. And then these poor bastards, they are guaranteed not to get their hole with this monstrosity on their napper, right? At least if they were bald and honest about it, they would have half a chance. But now they've made themselves look ridiculous, right? A dead squirrel on their napper, right? And it's obvious. It's not even the same fucking colour as the rest of their head.
So James Nisbet, who was in Cold Feet, he's had 6 hair transplants.
6 hair transplants? No one has got cold feet. They probably took all the hair off his feet, put it in his napper. 6? That's a lot.
Elton John was the first person to get plugs inserted.
Plugs? What, you going to get a Sparky? Get plugs inserted? What's that? What did he do? They take it out a strand at a time?
Well, he get plugs. So
plugs? What's that?
It's not what you're thinking.
I'm sure he's been plugged a few times. Getting plugs inserted.
He's getting
Are you talking about his head?
Aye, so it's circular.
I would pay big money to get things like that done. I think I have paid big money.
It's like a 10 pence piece circumference.
A 10 pence piece?
Aye, so he only got like 12 or maybe 14 plugs. So they took.
Well, they drilled a hole in his napper.
Basically, aye.
Fuck, you're joking?
No, that was the first thing he'd done. This was in the 80s. You get plugs inserted.
Oh, is this when the hair transplantation was in its infancy? Infancy.
Aye, well, he was the lead guy, wasn't he, Elton John? To get it done.
He was the lead guy in Elton John. No, Elton John was Elton John.
No, he was the lead guy to get a hair transplant. That's
no, Sinatra got it done.
Really?
Aye, but he had real money, and it was about £1,000 a strand, innit? Sinatra got it done. I'm sure Sinatra got it done before Elton John.
It's about $7 a graft.
$7 a graft? What's a graft?
It's a graft of hair. So you get three strands of hair in a graft.
Alright, it's $7.
Aye.
So it's £2.30 per hair, £2.33 per hair.
Aye.
Well, that's no bad.
Because after you get it...
How many hairs you got in your head?
I think I've got about 6,000 hairs.
6,000? So that's 18 grand.
It's a lot of money. About $6 a graft, and there's 3 strands in a graft.
And dollars are cheaper than pounds.
They are, aye. But the only problem is, when you wake up in the morning, you've got like some hair in your pillow, and you're like, that's fucking $60.
Look, people should just do what Donald Trump done. Just comb his arse hair out the back of his head. Up his back and put it over the top. Well, that's what he's done. I mean, what age is he? He must be
77.
The president, he's 70 odds. I mean, you got to hand it to him. He clearly doesn't care what anybody thinks about him.
No.
Clearly. He couldn't care less. And do you know why he doesn't care? Because he's got millions. He's got millions. See, if you're loaded, you can look like whatever you want.
Well, he obviously cares what he looks like if he gets
No,
a
he
hair.
doesn't.
Well, why does he get a hair transplant or hair like that?
He's not got a hair transplant. That's a comb over. It's the most amazing comb over you've ever clocked in your life. I mean, in the old days it was the Bobby Charlton, wasn't it?
Aye.
3 strands or the top of your bonds. But what Trump's done, I don't know what he's done, but it must be a big sheet. It must look like a big curtain, and it must be about 8 feet long, and they must put it over his head, because there was a very famous Scottish football commentator. I won't say his name, but his first name sounds like Archie and his second name sounds like McPherson. But there was a very famous football commentator, and he used to have a Trump back in the days, back in the 80s. And I remember I was seeing a wee bird at the time, and she worked in Taylor Ferguson, which is the big Glesga hairdresser to the celebrities in Glesga, right? And drug dealers that have done quite well for themselves. They go to Taylor Ferguson, right? And apparently Archie McPherson, who shall remain nameless, he would go there, and when they were washing his hair or that mad sink they've got, right? When his hair came off, they'd have to grab it all before it went down the sink and then glue it back onto his fucking napper. So I think that's what Trump's done. I think Trump's went to Taylor Ferguson.
Possibly. Because I obviously flew to Canada to get it done.
You didn't need to fly to Canada. You could have went up the town and got it done. They would have just shaved your ass and popped onto your head, glued your ass hair onto your head, and you wouldn't even need a perm, because that's so lovely and springy.
Some people, they get hairs. I don't know if they get pubes in their head, but you get their leg hair and stuff. Imagine you get pubes in your head, you'd be scratching your head all the time. But they get leg hairs put in their...
Your leg hair?
Aye.
So they take the hair off your leg, you stick it in your napper?
So they take it for the back of your head, but if you're really bald at the back of your head, they take hair for all over your body and put it on your transplant in your head.
But they've got to take the follicle out.
Aye.
Aye, to stick it in. So you can't just grab it off a barber's flare.
No, it's got to be your own. People think that there's like somebody in Africa.
I mean, I was at the barbers. I mean, and there's hundreds of guys. I mean, you wouldn't need to dye it. It would be all colours. It would be a beautiful rainbow bunch. Just go in with a... Here, mate, I'll sweep your flare. Just go into barbers and just get a bucket. Fucking millions of hair. In fact, you've got plenty left over to make a pillow and a quilt and everything. Just go in a barber's, man, and just glue it onto your napper.
Well, they have things you can glue on as well.
Glue onto your head?
Aye. It is like a self-adhesive bit of carpet, and you glue it on.
Well, that's a wig. That would be a wig.
No, wigs, you can take a wig off though. This thing's permanent.
Yeah, come on, in Glesga, in January, that thing's going to need to be secured. That's going to have to be stapled onto your napper, by the way. But the problem is they flap and all that, don't they? So they need to be screwed down.
Aye.
You need a joiner to fit the fucking thing. It's like a worktop.
With some tacks.
Oh, you need to do it. Staples. Like a staple hammer. A carpet file. Badunk, badunk. There you go, big man. Hey, blood pouring out your head, but oh, it looks great.
Because when I went to Canada and got it done, so I got it was about 8 hours of surgery. That's how long it takes.
8 hours?
8 hours, aye.
Fucking hell.
So
You're waking when they do this?
Aye.
Were you awake?
Aye. So you watch movies and
but
stuff.
But they're putting Novocaine in your napper.
Aye.
So
I get the strip procedure.
The strip where they take the breeks off you. They strip you naked. You're sitting there bollock. I thought you were just doing my head. What's that?
So they take it's like an inch.
An inch?
Aye.
Right. It must have been warm for you that day. What are you on about?
It's an inch strip from one ear to the other. And they cut it out with a scalpel.
Oh, a width,
Aye.
right. Aye, I know, I've seen this.
So you've got to do exercises for 3 months.
To loosen the skin on the back of your napper.
Aye.
I've seen it on National Geographic channel.
Yeah,
that's right. So what exercises have you got to do? So you're stretching your head.
Aye, so you put...
Well, you've been
you do
craning your neck, nosy as fuck, looking through neighbours' windows for years.
So you basically just do that. and stretch it for, aye. But you got to do that for 3 months, and you do it for like 10 minutes in the night and 10 minutes in the morning.
Is that right?
Aye.
Well, you fucking hell. What does your foreskin look like? You've been pulling that for 30 years.
Aye. So
Right,
that's
what you do. This stretches it.
Aye. And then you go and he's like, oh, you've been doing your exercises. And then he like cuts it all out and then it goes and gets dissected.
Aye. No, I've seen it.
Aye. But then they staple. They've got to like quickly like push your skin together and staple it all.
Aye, because you got a big 1 inch gap
Aye.
at the back of your neck.
Well, so after I got that,
And then after it must feel tight.
aye, it is tight.
And then,
You've got a big scar.
have you?
Aye.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. But then after I got it done, I got the bus back to the hotel and I hit my head off the rack in the bus. And I went back I never noticed till I went
Did you
back.
sue the bus company?
I should have done.
Did you sue them?
It was Canada.
This bus is a death trap, by the way. I've just had my head done.
So I walked into the hotel and
Was it a mind your head?
No.
I mean, if you know on the bus, it always says mind your head, and all the other passengers saying, I can't fucking take my eyes off it. Mind whose head? His head. What's your head there, son? That's just cost me 10,000 quid.
10 grand. Aye.
Was it guaranteed?
Well, I went, but I could
See, so here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. If you had that done, and I presume there's certain things you've got to do after it.
Aye.
I mean, you can't go out 3 days later and
No, you can't. So you can't wash it.
you can't wash it.
for a week,
Right.
because or else it falls out, and then you got to put aloe vera oil on it for like a week as well.
Every day.
Every day. And
And did you have to wear a mad jaggy bonnet?
No,
A helmet or something?
no, but I stayed in for about 3 months.
Did you?
It's really red raw and sore. But as
I know, right. That's because you're staying in. Oh, the heat was red raw and so, right, sorry.
No,
I didn't get you.
But
You should have read a book.
the other thing was I hit my head on the bus, so I walked in. I never noticed because obviously my head's still under local anaesthetic.
Oh, Jesus.
So I hit my head, never noticed. Get into the hotel and just saw this nasty gash.
Well, that would have been a first for you, going back to your hotel room and being confronted by a large gash. A nasty gash.
Aye.
Right, had you hired her especially? Had the hotel sent her up?
No, so I looked in the mirror and there was this like really big gash, and then I realised what I'd done, and I had to go back, and the guy was like, "Oh," and he like put some more hairs and fixed it all and stuff.
Did he charge you extra?
He did that.
You should have got a taxi. Only you would get a after a 10,000 quid operation. Mr. Mitchell, your driver's here. Oh, is it Wally after number 56? Fucking unbelievable.
I should have got a taxi.
That's a nightmare, son. Honestly.
I actually went back to Canada in 2011 for a top up.
A top up? It's a hair transplant, not a fucking lecky meter. That's a nightmare. But you're happy with it?
I am happy.
And
with it.
did it improve your confidence?
Yes, it did.
And you met the missus and you got married and
Aye.
now you've procreated.
Aye, but
Now you've carried on the gene pool and that's cause you got your napper done. So there you go.
the worst thing is, after I met my wife, she says, "I think I'd prefer you to shave your head," and I was like, "I've just spent 10 grand. She wants me to get rid of it."
See, if you shaved your head, would it grow again?
Aye, it's just transplanted hair.
I mean, what's it like when you go to the barbers? I mean, that's a £10,000 napper. Do you got to get a guy to sign a disclaimer or something?
Aye, so it's 15.
But you get it cut, didn't you?
Aye,
You
so-
go to a barber. Do you go to
aye.
a specialist barber?
No, I go to the guy in where I stay knows that I've had it done. So
Can he tell?
he did the first time. Aye,
He can tell.
he could.
You've
tell,
had it
aye,
done.
Aye, because he done a research on it when he was at college, so he knew. He said,
He went straight away. He went,
"You've had a hair transplant, haven't you?"
how does he know that? That's amazing.
Aye, so he studied because I've got a big scar in the back of my head.
But you might have been chibbed. Somebody might have chibbed you. Somebody might have went machete back of the neck.
Probably. So I get £15 to get it cut plus tips, so £15.50, and he makes sure it's all good for me.
does anybody even notice if anybody's baldy anymore, right? I don't think anybody even notices. Because you're going bald, you think, oh, fuck no, I'm baldy, right? But nobody cares.
Aye, women don't say, oh, that guy, look at his baldy head. He's handsome.
You never come out the house. I mean, how have you been contacting these women?
Well, I know.
Through a psychic medium, right?
Well, I never got.
How do you know what women think? I mean, if there's any women watching, that'd be interesting. If you clock a guy, is hair important to you?
I think the fact I never got my whole till my 20s maybe suggested that.
It's just you never went out. You think some sexually repressed burglar bird was going to break in and go, oh, pump me, big boy. You need to do anything in life, you need to get off your arse and go and find it. You've got to go out there and experience life.
Do you know, it's my luck though, I never nearly got to Canada because I got arrested at the airport.
Why?
Because so what I done was, I was staying in a hotel in Cardiff because I was doing a comedy club there.
Right.
And I used, when I started it, I had a prop that was a Bible that went in fire. So I used to ask the audience members,
I remember that.
aye, are you going to heaven or hell? And I opened it and it used to go in fire. It did,
Right.
it did get a laugh, trust me, it got a laugh.
So you're losing your hair and you're standing with a fiery Bible. I remember you done that, and you'd open that daft book and it's burning. Did this got to have burned?
So I left that in a hotel by mistake. This Bible, right? And then I get the National Express for Cardiff to go to Gap.
Oh, you're living the dream.
Living the dream.
Fucking National Express now.
Aye, I'd upgraded.
Jesus.
So I got the bus to Gatwick Airport, right? So what had happened was the maid, somebody had gone into the hotel room, discovered
The chambermaid?
Aye, the chambermaid, discovered this Bible. Now it had wires in it and batteries, and it had, what do you call that, lighter fluid? Had that sitting beside it.
It probably looked like an Al-Qaeda bomb.
Absolutely.
It probably looked like
Al-Qaeda.
an improvised, they call them an IED, an improvised explosive device. Left in a hotel room in Cardiff.
You don't know what goes on behind the scenes because the police managed to track my address.
Well, they knew you were staying in a hotel.
Aye, so they kicked my door down in East Kilbride, and my flatmate, they grabbed my flatmate thinking it was me, and they're like, where's Stuart Mitchell? And they're like, he's getting on a flight to Canada for Gatwick.
So they think you're doing a bunk. They think you're jumping the country.
Aye. See, when I checked him with my passport, another guy come over and was looking at me, and then I went through security and two guys just grabbed me by the back of the arm. One of them had a armed gun and I was absolutely shiting my pants. And they took me through to a room and they says, do you understand why you're here? And I went, no. Can you explain the device that was in the room that you left in Cardiff? And then it clicked and I went, my Bible. As if they'd found something that had been lost forever. And then they were like, what do you mean you're Bible? And I had to talk them through the routine and show them a video on YouTube of me doing it. And then they let me go. But then when I got back for Canada, Strathclyde police came at my door and the guy went through me, man. Like, went through me. Because he said that it caused that the hotel got evacuated and everything.
That's not your fault these fucking spanners overreacted. Should have told the police to get to fuck. A fucking wanker. Who do you think he is? Captain fucking Kirk? Fuck you. Oh, you caused this, you caused... fucking get a life. Go and catch criminals. He's just a fucking fanny that left a prop in a hotel room. He's fucking worried about his baldy head. His head's going 15 different directions. Oh, I'm the police. Judge fucking Dredd comes to your door. Tell him to get to fuck. See when he's finished, go, are you finished? Now fuck off, you fucking dick. Anyway, I've not really got a view on that.
So PC Marshall is a fan of this show. So
PC Marshall is a fanny. You shouldn't have added this show.
do you know they wouldn't give me my prop back? Because they said they were keeping it for staff training.
Well, they're a bunch of They should have given you it back. It's yours.
Wouldn't allow me to have it back.
So you never got it back?
No.
Did you build another one? Did you build
no,
that?
I never built
Where
it.
did you get it?
I'm not like mad.
Did you get it with Tam Shepherd's or something?
I did, Tam
Well, go back down
Shepherd.
to Tam Shepherd's and get one.
I don't use
But there you go. So we came out of Tam Shepherd's. So the Polish should go down to Tam Shepherd's. Oh, do you know what you caused because you sell him that mad Bible? Oh, the whole country was in lockdown. You fucking spanner. Fucking bullshit.
What other celebrities do you think have had a ear transplant?
Well, Klopp. Jurgen Klopp, that Liverpool manager.
I never.
Who's leaving
Aye.
at the end of the 24th season. He's had a hair transplant and it's a good one because it doesn't look as though he's... But mind you, you're so bedazzled by his fucking teeth. You're no... He's actually got the teeth done like fucking Champion, a Wonder Horse man, to clearly distract you for his hairline. I mean, his teeth are
they real?
Oh, are they fuck? No chance. Yeah, I saw a picture of him just when he was a manager of Mainz, and he just looked like a wee Jakey for a Gallagher. Now, 15 years later, he's fucking like ging. Jesus. I mean, fuck's sake, he looks like Martin Sheen on steroids. Hey.
Maybe he's like got a loan in them for 12 months and then gives them back.
I need to get him back to Shergar, right? I mean, that sort of thing. Fine, if you want to get it done, I don't have an issue with it. The reason is why, right? Here's the thing. Somebody I know said to me, she got her teeth done. And I went, what are you doing getting your teeth done? Your teeth were fine. And I wasn't aware there was anything wrong with my teeth. And she said, somebody said my teeth were crooked. Now, nobody would ever say that to you. Nobody would ever say, your teeth are crooked. They'd fucking say it behind your back. And they'd say it online, because that's what arseholes do. They go, check his teeth, he's a fat cunt. They're nice to your face, but they're arseholes online.
I've
right?
deleted all the comments.
Right, and I fucked them. I don't care what they say. Right, you don't have to watch this shit. Anyway, but... So she used that as an excuse. She clearly wasn't happy in her own head at the way she looked. But she had to say, I've been the victim of a slagging. So I need to get my teeth done to make myself fucking feel better or whatever. And it's nonsense. And here's the thing. When you get these procedures done, they're going to need done again down the line. And I don't know what this cost, 40,000, 50,000 quid. It's fucking expensive. Fair enough if you're Jurgen Klopp, he's worth 100 million quid. He's loaded. He's really loaded. He's an elite football manager. But if you're just a normal Joe trying to fit into the human race, which is the typical person who's fucking Botox fillers, lips covered in fucking tattoos, an arse like a shelf. Right. It's going to cost you a fortune to get all that done. And then 5 year, 10 year down the line, all starts to sag and droop and look like shit, and you're going to need to go in and fucking get it all done again.
Aye.
It's mental.
Do you know
It's mental.
Aye.
And it's no really you. And you're kind of going, and the minute you get all that done, you're walking into a place and you're going, I wonder if anybody will notice, and they notices. And in fact, you know what happens? They go, oh, you look amazing, you look away your face, and then when you're away behind the back going, check that fucking daft. They've no went to a good surgeon, they've no went to a good dentist. You're giving your power away. You're giving people permission to fucking totally judge you. Because they know it affects what they say affects you. Fuck them all. Fuck them. Don't let these assholes live rent-free in your head. Fuck them all.
My wife Hannah, as you know, Hannah got teeth whitening strips.
Well, that's fair enough. If you'd a bit left over for the arsehole whitening, then put some on your teeth. Because I know arsehole whitening's a big thing. What do they call it? Bleaching.
Aye, arsehole bleaching.
Oh, in your case, that'd be a full body job. Arsehole bleaching, that's right, man. Get the old polo, the mint with a hole. Get the old shies and pooping. I mean, I've never seen my arsehole. Certain individuals have had a wee peek, medical professionals and people who I've hired for the evening. But no, they've never expressed any specific disgust. But I must confess, if there was somebody was maybe of an evening eating my arse and they went, maybe going to need a different flavour there, Glesga da. I said, what's wrong with mutton pies and Eldorado wine? They went, no, you're going to need to be minty fresh. I says, well, fair enough. I might run round for a bottle of Listerine and get a quick watch. But I've never really seen that many arseholes. Well, actually, the whole family, I meet them every New Year. But I've never seen that many arseholes. But they're generally brown in colour. That's my understanding from various films I've seen, purely from sociological research. And I can understand why the brown aesthetic is not desirable. A nice, white, clean ring box. And how much does it cost anyway?
Sorry.
What are you laughing at?
Gigantic.
What? What are you laughing at, you fool?
Oh, God. Oh, sorry. Jake, I could get my arsehole bleached.
Of course you could. It's when you go to get your teeth whitened, what you do, you go in, they do your teeth, then they turn you upside down and give you a blast through the machine, and then you get both ends done at once. There's a It Is On special with 36% off. I'll bet you any money. You will get a voucher for arsehole bleaching. Guarantee it. In fact, if anybody out there, I know, some of you have had your arsehole bleached, send us a wee message and let us know how much it was. And you know, you would shave it a wee bit and all, and if you've got any bum fluff, because there's some hairy bums and all that, you know, no every bum's the same.
I don't think you would want to get a Groupon or a voucher getting your arsehole bleached.
Oh, but who do you think is going to do it? The guy in the rolling sausage van? These are professional people. Does it say arsehole bleaching on the sign outside? It'll maybe say skin consultancy and things like that. They don't say, it's not called arseblasters.com. Right. I mean, it's very tasteful. I mean, I've not had it done. You know, I'd rather spend that money on a carry out. And what I would do, I'd drink cheap vodka and I'd clean it from the inside out. Give myself the diarrhea. Diarrhea.
I've had colonic interrogation. I've had that.
Colonic interrogation? That's where you talk out your ass and somebody talks back at it.
Colonic interrogation.
Right, son, where were you last night?
Is that not what it's called?
It's colonic irrigation.
Oh, irrigate. Irrigate? Is that not mean you're...
To irrigate.
Is that not mean it's irritated? Irrigate.
It's maybe colonic irritation. It's after you've been interrogated.
When they put
colonic irrigation. Oh, that cleans out your look. That's where they stick a hose up your ring box. And then, 2 litres of water right up into your colon, and it cleans everything out, man. You see stuff dropping out, number plates, toilet seats, remote controls. Just, the world falls out your arse. And you're like, you're going, I feel about 10 stone lighter. And the thing is, they do it. There was a woman doing it at the Parkhead Forge at the inn shops, and it wasn't very private. You know, you've got your arse up there on a stall, and people walking by full of Valium going, what's going on there then? Don't know. They do homers. The colonic irrigators. They'll come to your house.
What, use your garden hose?
No, they bring the equipment with them.
God. I couldn't get a grip on anything that was so close to your arsehole.
What do you mean so close to your asshole?
Well, I wouldn't
So
be
would you get your knee done?
No,
Your lower back?
I wouldn't be getting bleach. Somebody for grip on bleaching my arsehole.
How?
Because you'd want somebody that was a true professional.
Well, they must go to arsehole bleaching school. Right, I mean, there's this thing, it's got to be, you know, regulated.
I got a massage for a Groupon, right?
A massage?
Aye, and it was literally in the woman's front room, lying on her pasting table.
It wasn't a pasting table.
I'm telling you, it was
a pasting table with a hole.
There wasn't a hole. Your he'd just hung off the side of it, hung on the edge, and it was like a pasting table.
Much was it?
I think it was like 30 quid or something.
30 quid?
Maybe no. Maybe it was the full price was 30 quid. And
Have you got a number?
I've probably
so
got
I'm needing a linear pasting table.
It was East Kilbride I got that done.
East Kilbride? I'm not going to East Kilbride. But funny enough, that's Parliament City. You imagine with the arsehole bleaching up there?
Probably. So, did you know, say, recently you went somewhere and everybody had their teeth done?
I was at a function, an event, and they all had, I mean, it was very, very obvious. They had all beautiful, pristine white teeth. I says, look at your teeth. He goes, well, look at your teeth. I says, well, they're fucking real. Right, my teeth are real. Right, that's because they're not perfect. They're real. I mean, where'd you get them from? Well, out my maw, you know, when I was born. They came with me. I mean, where did you get your teeth? East End fucking bull. They went to Turkey. Turkey teeth. I mean, for fuck's sake. It must be a lot cheaper.
Turkey, it's not just your teeth. They put you up in a hotel, they pay for your flights. It's like 5-star
and they
hotel.
stable your stomach not out there and
Everything's...
they do everything.
Aye, but there's a lot of botched jobs.
I saw it here. Yeah, you see it on the STV news. People going out of Turkey, getting mutilated, and they end up in a bad way. Are you so fucking grotesque that you need all this done? I mean, fucking walk a bit more, move more and eat less and just try and live properly and have a bit of fucking discipline. Take a bit of responsibility of yourself. Oh no, I'll just fucking make an arse of myself, I'll be mental, and then I'll just get myself into millions of pounds of debt. And this is the point. Most of these people haven't got this money to spend. I guarantee you they're borrowing it, putting on a credit card or something, and getting themselves up to their eyeballs in debt. It's mental.
Aye, I took a £10,000 loan out for the bank.
You should have got a hair transplant done in Scotland because you get more bang for your buck under the Barnett formula. How did you even get that loan? I mean, what bank manager in their right mind is going to go, now, if I went into the bank manager and go, oh, I want to start a business, I'm going to sell macaroon bars and rolls and gammon and all that outside the game. Well, that's a business. That's speculating, spending money to make money. But if I go in and go, hello, I'd like a loan of £10,000 to get a hair transplant, fuck off. How did you even get that loan? You must have lied. You must have got that loan fraudulently. You must have said it was for something bollocks like a kitchen or buying a motor.
It was a kitchen.
That's fucking shocking, by the way. You fraudulently obtained that loan. But that's the world we live in. It's built on fraud. You've went in, told a pile of pony to the bank manager, and then they come to get the money. The bank manager goes, hello Stuart, this is the bank manager, come down and see me. And you walk in with fucking Ken Dodd haircut and they go, my, you've changed. Was the kitchen installation hair raising? Aye, terrible. Fucking hell mend you. You've only got yourself to blame.
I was always worried in case I stalled in a payment and they turn up with clippers or something like that. They're not going to repossess your hair.
But you don't get a hair transplant on a pay-up in Vancouver, do you?
Oh no, it's got to be.
No, you've got to give them the money up front.
Aye.
Hey, as you kind of go in and go, I've got £80, can you do, I don't know, 40 strands for me? I'll be back next week for the rest.
Do you know the worst thing about it?
Worst thing about it?
So, see, during your surgery, so you've paid maybe for 6,000 strands, right? And then during the surgery, he
They're counting these strands.
Aye, they're counting their
And if
strands.
there's more,
So you
they
get
charge you extra.
Aye, so you get a video consultation, right? And they say it'll be roughly 6,000 strands you need. But halfway through the surgery, they come through and say, "Oh, we managed to get another 2,000 out. Would you like us to put them in?" And you're not going to say no.
And they charge you for that.
Aye, they
And
made.
it's £2 a strand.
I genuinely had to take my credit card out my pocket while having the surgery for them to go and process it.
Well,
So-
that's an extra £4,000.
Aye, it was. It was extra. I don't think it was that much. I don't know how much it was at the time, but I had to pay a lot extra, and it went in the credit card. But I'm not going to say to him, "No, I don't
You
want it."
put that 2,000. How much extra was it?
Probably about £2,000 now.
On a credit card
Aye,
with something like 20% interest.
probably aye.
You've no got a pot to piss in because the bank sent you for £10,000, and you've got flights to Canada, and you're up in charges for an exploding Bible.
Aye, but my sideburns are cracking.
You must have been up to your eyeballs in it.
Oh, I was. I was up to my eyeballs in debt.
Did you end up bankrupt?
I took it a debt arrangement
So
scheme.
you bankrupted yourself for vanity. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. He's bankrupted himself for fucking vanity. Thousands bankrupt. So the bank didn't get their money. The credit card didn't get their money. He just ripped people off. He went, "Fuck you. I'll just rip people off."
I had to pay them half.
And then the government nationalised the bank, taxpayers' money. We've paid for his hair transplant, you and me.
Actually, I get stopped at Dubai airport as well because I got my hair transplant and it didn't look like me because I hadn't updated my passport photograph.
That can happen. That happened to your mother 15 years ago when we got to Tenerife because her passport photo didn't look like, well, it never had a tash.
Fuck's sake.
My life is simple. Your life is complicated. Why is it so complicated?
I don't know.
You're buying exploding Bibles and leaving them in hotel rooms and flying out of the world to get your hair done. It'd be exhausting being you.
Well, so this is a voice note that somebody sent in that we're going to listen to.
Hello, Glesga Dad. I'd like to ask what's your take on something that infuriates me. It's the people who go for a pre-theatre meal with absolutely no intentions of going to the theatre afterwards.
What's the day going for a pre-theatre meal? You're not supposed to eat before you get in for a general anaesthetic. I reckon if I went for a pre-theatre meal and then went into the theatre and I was sitting next to him, I'd fucking leave.
Thanks for that voice note, Bob. And you've won 2 tickets to any of our Glasgow Comedy Festival shows.
But can I just say, Bob, don't come up and say hello. I don't like the sound of your voice. You're just one of these fucking dandies.
And here's another one as well.
How would you teach your son to drink properly?
That's like the weirdest.
That's... whoever you are, that's not an adult. You shouldn't be watching this. Get to school. Fuck off.
You can now phone Glesga just like me on 07386 891 812 or leave him a voicemail or voice note on WhatsApp.
So last week we had a celebrity call for Archie for the singing kettle.
It was Gary for the singing kettle. There's no an Archie in the singing kettle.
Hi, Glesga. I'm really enjoying your new podcast.
Who's this?
It's Gary. Gary from the Singing Kettle. You know, spout, handle, lid of metal.
Up your hole with a wire brush and dental. Fuck off.
So thank you very much to Gary from the Singing Kettle for being a legend there. Now we release tons of funny clips on TikTok, Instagram and Facebook. Search Glesga Da across these socials to find us. Here's the clip that you liked most from last week. Dad, me and Hannah are at the trampoline and it's amazing. You should come.
A trampoline? That's the only thing your missus will bouncing up and doing on. Fuck off.
Remember to subscribe on YouTube and hit the wee bell button to get an alert for our next episode, and give us 5 stars and a review if you're listening on Apple Podcast or Spotify. It helps other people find the podcast. Visit glesga.com where you can subscribe to our mailing list and get tickets for our Glasgow Comedy Festival shows and the upcoming Edinburgh Fringe. If you enjoyed this episode, tell a friend. If not,
fuck off.